390 metres. Bunny is closing, racing, feel away. Ray Dosh flew out, has the lead. Corborn Herdo comes after it, so does No Lane on the outside. Cool Bear is running around those. Starburst Paul on the inside. Back behind those to Johnny's Blue has his lad, and Noisy Leo the last off them. They turn really well. Ray Dosh has the lead. Starburst Paul is out and after it. Ray Dosh is holding. Starburst Paul having a dig. Ray Dosh, Starburst Paul, Cool Bear has his lad got to fourth. Corborn Herdo next on the outside. Back behind those came Noisy Leo, Johnny's Blue and No Lane, who was up with them but dropped right away to be one of the last to go by. Out like a rocket, number 2, Ray Dosh. And boy, didn't he rail well. Gets the win here and gets it very well. It's an almost perfect run, that. Jumping out like a scalded dingo. Now, No Lane went up to have a look there, but he's wide. .390 metres off, feel away. Slow one to go. He was Glennis Goods. He walked out now, getting to the front narrowly. Spray Doris charging around the outside, copping a check. There was Ackroyd charging around the outside as Ellie Waves, who's burst clear. Ellie Waves heads the chase after those. Smash Dora over the outside of those to Corborn Ranger, trying to close on them down the outside. But Ellie Waves is going to beat Smash Dora. Spray Doris flew. The next one across would have been Corborn Ranger. Behind those came Shadow Wolf. All these cop checks really on the turn. Shadow Wolf was being followed by Ruby's Girl, Glennis Goodsey and Ackroyd, and they all got hammered in a little bit of a skirmish halfway around the turn, which left Ellie Waves nicely clear. She was out centre track and missed most of that. And we'll get the win here and get it quite nicely. Just they were going into the bend all tight and something had to happen, and poor old Ackroyd got the chop. Fantas Fevers in the 3-berth. Black Tank, Rumble and Ice out wide. Corborn Clock from 1. Bunny's on the roll. Nearly there. Off. Feel away. Good old Dispatch to Rumble and Ice. The slow one out. Hetfield flew out and has put 3 lengths over them. Drive 5 runs second. Up to third comes Mary Marlowe. They've gapped. The rest is 5 away then. Corborn Clock and Black Tank. And back behind those to Rumble and Ice and Mighty Fortunas right out the back door. Hetfield in front. Mary Marlowe trying hard. Hetfield beats Mary Marlowe. Drive 5 and closing on those pretty quickly was Corborn Clock. There's a bit of a space away behind those to Fantas Fever. Never in the hunt this bunch. Black Tank was next to go by. Mighty Fortunes behind those and Rumble and Ice. Not bad, all right. Hetfield, number 5, made no bones about that at all. Was out quickly into top gear and has run away from them really. The 7, Mary Marlowe, tried hard on the outside. Another Becky and our Beowulf and Wanty Paul, Finger Pop on the outside, out there with it is New York Victory. Set, racing, feel away. Missing it was Finger Pop on the outside. Slow to go was Opawa Bart. Getting to the front here is Sterling Dan. Heading after it is another Becky, and our Beowulf gets to third. Around the outside, Finger Pop and Big Token run on, and the rest are gapped, headed by Opawa Bart. Up they come here. Sterling Dan is holding them at bay. Trying hard another Becky. Our Beowulf late. Sterling Dan. Our Beowulf, another Becky are the first 3. Behind those, Big Token is going to be followed by a Opawa Bart, made ground late. Finger Pop behind those, Wandy Paul and New York Affair. Sterling Dan, number 2. Too good. Our Beowulf had a serious dig late in the piece. He was only going to be third, the big boy, but he's rallied late in the piece. And that's how you like to see your favourite win. Out like a rocket, has the lead. And it's Catch Me If You Can. Another Becky tried hard. And our Beowulf moves to the outside, the big burly boy. And he really rattles the later part of the race. Set, racing. Way okay. The best out is Corborn Dusty. Here's Flow on the lids. Heading after it now is Team Dream. Theocles next to Cuckoo Wee Man on the outside. Cosmic Bolero, Dinah Fryer. Up and behind those is Homebush Churro and Starburst Hannah. Round the turn for home. Corborn Dusty the inside. Out wide. Team Dream starting to mow it down. Corborn Dusty with a kick on the inside. Team Dream, don't know. Behind those, Theocles is third. Next in would be Homebush Churro. Over on the outside is Cosmic Bolero, and making ground with Starburst Hannah. In behind those two, Dinah Fryer might have been the last one to go by. Not sure if he got there. Corborn Dusty had the lead. Team Dream was mowing it down the last little bit, but I don't know. I'm a mile past the post here, and I'm inclined to go with the 4. We're about to find out. Theocles will be third. They've gapped the rest as they turn and go. Just went a touch wide about here, drifted out, and that cost him. So Rosebow has the inside alley. Running is closing. We're off. Rosebow came out very well. Walking out was Jibber Jabber Jewel. Forget it. Rosebow has the leader. After it is Corbonbo on the outside. Rangers up beside it. Right behind him is 1Z. Next beside those then is Master at Arms. Girl Pride's well back. It's not going to get any of this. It's well back with Zara. Around the turn they come. Pacemaker is Corbonbo. Through on the inside then is Rosebow with a decent sort of a kick. And 1Z is after it. I think 1Z, Rosebow. Girl Pride flew the last little bit, really did, and wider out was Master at Arms. Just behind those came, up on the inside was Corborn Bow. Behind those came Zara, and back with it was Jibber Jabber Jewel, who just walked out of the traps and was last throughout. Good go here. 1Z might have grabbed Rosebow, and Girl Pride had no right to get third, but it did. It has absolutely flown the last part of the race, after being not on the hunt on the home turn. So good finish here in the end, and things changed considerably. There's the yellow rug. Set off. Validation came out okay, but getting to the front is Wymack Dave, and over the outside of Wymack Dave is Opawa J. A little wider out on the track then is Validation trying to get around them. Then Colburn Burn on the outside. Up underneath those to Wandy Chloe, the last two on the turn. Game Girl and She's a Flower. Homeward bound Wymack Dave, hard to catch. Over the outside is Opawa J and Wandy Chloe late in the piece. Wymack Dave gets there. Wandy Chloe, Opawa J. Validation was just behind those. Then She's a Flower making ground. Back behind those to Game Girl, and Corborn Burn is the last to go by. The doubled figure winners continue. 13s for Wymack Dave. Number 5 was best to clear the traps. Had them coming around the turn. Got a bit of a buffer on the bend and they couldn't get it. And Wymack Dave, number 5 it is. Puts an early nail into pick 6 at around about $13. Wandy Chloe, Opawa J and Validation, who was just average away. Starburst Kimmy the inside. We're off. Missing it just a little was Corborn Kim on the outside. Out well was Shiraz Rose, has the lead. Up on the outside of it, Opawa Webby. Railing underneath them both the Starburst. Clemmy copped a bit of a check there to Shiraz Rose. Running home well around the outside is Opawa Bart. Bob's Eye is last, and back with it is Opulent. Homeward bound Opawa Webby. Out and after it, Starburst Clemmy the outside. Opawa Webby holding. Just gets there. Starburst Clemmy the outside, into third goes Opawa Bart. Behind those, the fourth one to go by. There'll be a photo there. We had Bob's Eye on the outside. Underneath it was Opulent. The inside of those to Corborn Kim. And I think that might be the last of them to go by. Do we need the camera here? I thought Opawa Webby might have held it out. Starburst Clemmy, but I'm a mile past the post, but Yeah, I think it's there, Opawa Webby. Starburst Clemmy closed very quickly that last little bit. Set, racing. Got a good line here, and Homebush Chopper beat them all into gear. Granta Wish follows that back on the inside. Then is Opawa Style, and running up on the outside, Black Emily. Right in behind those then is No Undy Sunday. Getting back a little is Charlie's Choice on the inside, and last is Homebush Iris. Round the turn for home, the Chopper is the leader. Homebush Chopper is 3 in front. Granta Wish is trying to close. Out and after them late is Charlie's Choice. Homebush Chopper. Then we got photos here. Granta Wish or Charlie's Choice, and not far away was Black Emily coming home late. In behind those, the inside would be Opawa Style, and No Undy Sunday back with Opawa Style. Homebush Chopper's got it, and the get out was the key. He was first into gear, and he had them at the end of 30 metres, and he held the lead and run away. Granta Wish was going to be second everywhere. Charlie's Choice has gone huge here. Out and after them late in the piece, had a whole heap of work to do. I think he's nailed second. Yeah, it would go him. Opaque the outside, Primitive the inside. Putting is closing, set, racing. Out on a good line, missing it was Austin Wana, went out the back door. Dynagrol first into stride. Opaque is charging after it, and they're 4 lengths in front of He's a Sensation. Back behind that then to Primitive and Austin Wana, and the back lot are well back. Miss Sweet and Thrilling Clover, they're well back. It is Dynagrol in front. Coming after it on the outside is Opaque. Dynagrol, Opaque, Primitive third. Fourth over Austin Wana. Next was He's a Sensation, then came the Thrilling Clover. And back behind those, the last two are Miss Sweet and Claremont Pizzazz. The get-go was the key. Number 4, Dynagrol, the favourite. Out like a rocket, had control, and that was the end of that. Romped away from them, Opaque and Primitive. And they were the 3 we liked. They were the 3 best beginners, and that's the way they've gone by. Hot Mango the inside, West Favourite draws 1, set, racing, missed it just a little. Best out is going to be Bolt Rama, Jumpin' Julie up on the outside, going to join those Princely Dollar. Right in behind him, Sea Spray Titch gets closer, Power Legs in the centre. The back lot here are going to be Sea Spray Titch and Homebush Cruden back with it. Off and gone is Jumpin' Julia. Jumpin' Julia's away over Bolt Rama. Jumpin' Julia, then photos. Bolt Rama, Princely Dollar. Back in behind those would have been Homebush Cruden. Opawa Legs is not far away. Back behind those to Hot Mango. Over the outside was Ring a Ding. And Sea Spray Titch is back with it. Jumpin' Julia, 12s. Number 3 is going to beat Princely Dollar. And Bolt Rama, number 2. Damage here. Jumpin' Julia, Johnny Mac scores. She was out very well. So was Bolt Rama, so was Princely Dollar. They're the 3. And the rest are in a bunch in behind them, and they're scrapping for posies as they round the turn. But she's often gone here with a decent break. You pinch that much at the home turn, you're in. Closing, we're off. Roscoe came out well. Good beginning by the whole bunch, really. Admires the one that's going to make the lead. Medioa, Little Midnighters closing on them on the outside. Bit of a check for a few of them. Sosan and Russell Hart went back, and so did Just a Mate. Round the turn for home, Admire has the lead. After it is Little Midnight trying hard. Admire beats Little Midnight. Roscoe's third and Russell Hart is fourth. Behind those came Medioa. A bit of a gap back behind those came Sosan and Just a Mate. is the last of them to go by. Number 4, Admire, takes the last. Little Midnight couldn't close, and Admire is going to get the win after being first out and getting a bit of a buffer on them going into the big turn, and has held them off. Little Midnight's done particularly well to get to second, and I thought he was going to go past, but gee, Admire was just going too well here and will win. So 4 will beat 8 and 1.